What is up, everybody, and welcome to a special edition episode of Anthony KT Wrestling. This is an emergency episode. Nonetheless, this is still episode 6 to Anthony KT Wrestling. Go ahead, if you haven't yet, go ahead and check out episode 5 of Anthony KT Wrestling. I'm talking about some of the matches that are happening this Saturday at Survivor Series. Go ahead and check that out. But for now, we're here, episode 6, and what makes this an emergency episode, what makes this a special episode, is the announcement that took place on Raw. Adam Pearce made the announcement that I have been waiting for since the announcement of the United States Championship. The announcement... I thought I was going to sneeze for a moment, so that was why. But so the announcement that Adam Pearce made was that the women now have an Intercontinental Championship. Yes, the Women's Intercontinental Championship is finally real. It's finally here. The women of Raw now have the Intercontinental Championship that they can fight for. I am excited. I am really excited for this. This has been a long time coming, and the women, and the fact that, and it's not just the women of Raw. This is a good thing for the entire roster of all women from NXT to Raw to SmackDown. Now, when you look at main championships for the women to go for, when you're on Raw, it's the Women's World Championship. When you're on SmackDown, it's the WWE Women's Championship. When you're on NXT, it's the NXT Women's Championship. Now, that next championship down for the women on NXT, it's the Women's North American Championship. And now on Raw, it is the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And now on SmackDown, it is the Women's United States Championship, with the Women's Tag Team Championship being able to be defended across all three brands. I am so happy and so excited for this, for the women. They are now on an even playing field with the men, with the men having the same amount of championship opportunities at different championships that the men can go for. Now the women have the same. This is earned. This is... I really have to say thank you, Triple H, and maybe a little bit of a thank you also to Stephanie McMahon, because I believe that she's back. She's back. She's in gorilla position with Triple H for most of the time, and I'm believing she's giving these ideas to Triple H, and Triple H is really listening to these ideas. I know Triple H also believes in these women, and the entire roster of WWE, and giving women in WWE more opportunities at different championships, and not limiting them to a certain amount of championships, but giving them more championships to fight for. So it's not just one or the other. Now it's a feast. Now you can feast. And I am so excited for this. The women of Raw finally have an Intercontinental Championship. Matches to be announced later on as they start their tournament. We will have a new Women's United States Championship come December 14th at Saturday night's main event. I'm hoping that is the case as well for Saturday night's main event, that we will have a new Women's Intercontinental Championship at Saturday night's main event. Outside of Survivor Series, Saturday night's main event is looking to be big, and it's looking to have that PLE feel and touch to it. So I am excited. Thank you for joining me for this special edition of Anthony KT Wrestling. Go ahead, if you haven't yet, check out episode 5 as I talk about everything Survivor Series. This has been episode 6. Episode 7, I'm gonna do a bit of a dive into the promotion known as All Elite Wrestling, or AEW. So look forward to that episode for episode 7. And in the meantime, and in between time, I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace, y'all.